technology. So if this video pops up and then disappears, it's because yours truly has not worked out how to use it properly. Anyway, while I'm here, I might as well add some value. Today I was going through an old book of mine. I do a lot of journaling, and there's a pile about this high of journals over the last couple of years. But what I actually came across was something that I had written down. It was actually when I was doing a timeline therapy on myself. And I had written down that we all want to find love, which is great, but it's not just about finding love. It's about loving every aspect of your life. And I happened to write this at a time where I didn't feel a lot of love in my life. It was a very dark time. I was in the middle of my divorce, fighting constantly with the ex. I felt trapped. I felt controlled. I felt like every time I took 2 steps forward, I would get ripped 10 steps back. And I was in a headspace where I was literally blaming my ex-husband for all the unhappiness in my life. And of course, because I was in a bad headspace, I was not showing up the way I wanted to as a mum. And I saw my kids as a burden. And I kept complaining, why does he get to move to the other side of the country and leave me holding the kids? And I was really angry and really hurt and pissed off, if I'm completely honest. But then one day I happened to be listening to a YouTube video, and it was a Wayne Dyer video. And it was when I first came across Wayne Dyer. And he said this simple thing. He said, when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. And I had to stop and think for a moment. If I'm always whinging and complaining that my kids are hard work and that it's not fair and, why did this happen to me? I realized that nothing's going to change until I change that narrative. So I changed my narrative to, I get the privilege to raise these little boys to be great men. And one day their future wives or partners are going to thank me. And I made that statement at work, just to myself. And I realized when I got home, the boys were acting differently. They weren't annoying me as much. And I wasn't as stressed. And as I started to really enjoy raising my kids and started to embrace being present with them rather than seeing them as a burden, their behavior changed. And before you knew it, we were actually really starting to have some fun times. Now, nothing changed with fighting with the ex. I couldn't control what he was doing, but I could control how I was responding. And I believe that that was a very pivotal moment in my journey, was realizing that it doesn't matter what's going on around me or external to me. I only need to think about what's going on inside of me. How am I feeling? How am I reacting? And how am I showing up in the world? So anyway, this is my first Restream. I hope you enjoyed watching it. It is a bit longer than what I usually do because normally I'm trying to get it under 90 seconds so I can upload it to Instagram stories. But today I don't really care about Instagram stories. I just wanted to tell you a little story that hopefully might help you wherever you are and get you started on your journey towards embracing and loving every aspect of your life. That's it for now. I'm Lisa Q from Connected to Soul, everyday wisdom for everyday people. Till next time, stay fabulous.